What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TCG Madness. Happy Monday to you guys. And today we're doing another booster box opening of Altered TCG, their newest set, Trial by Frost. So you guys kind of know the drill. Please do me a big favor right now. Hit the like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. This is a channel dedicated to all things TCG related. So again, if that's something that interests you, you're at the right channel. If you're interested in almost everything from north to south relating to trading card games, whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, One Piece, Digimon, this is the right channel for you. And yes, Altered TCG, which is pretty much becoming my favorite card game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get things started. Let's get right into this booster box opening. Again, we're going to speed through this as quickly as possible, man. We are looking for those pretty uniques because I am definitely in the search for some more uniques. And comment down below too, guys. What's your, impression from Altered TCG's newest set, Trial by Frost? What kind of uniques have you guys pulled out there? I'm definitely getting a little, I don't want to say frustrated, but man, I'm really looking forward to the day that market opens up so we can finally get some more cards in hand, because that's kind of like the biggest issue that I'm running into with Altered TCG. Really hoping that that kind of opens up, because that would really open up the floodgates for Altered TCG even more so. So let's see what kind of uniques we get out of this booster box. The last booster box, pretty good with uniques. There's about 3, I would say, out of the 6 that we ended up getting, 3 of them really good. Other 3s, still good, because a unique is always pretty good, but not as good as it could be. So really hoping that we pull something fantastic. Very much interested in anything Bravos related. As many of you may know, Bravos is my main faction that I run with. At some point too, I'd like to get some gameplay footage for you guys together. I'm trying out some new websites or apps basically for Altered TCG to play online. My favorite one to kind of use is Board Game Arena. Unfortunately though, for Board Game Arena, you kind of have to own every single card, every copy of the card in the deck, so you have to pretty much scan everything, which is a little bit of a pain, to be honest with you guys, to sit there and just scan every single card that you need to build a deck, which is why, again, I kind of related to earlier about the market that we really need to open up here. So until then, until such time, it's going to be a little difficult. Hopefully by the end of this month I can have all these cards scanned and put a deck together, especially with this being my 3rd booster box I've opened up now from this set, Trial by Frost. This will be my 2nd one on camera. I've done 1 box off camera, pulled a couple of good uniques, nothing crazy. So like I said, hopefully we get something really good in this box so I can really fill out the rest of my decks. So haven't pulled anything yet though, just kind of going through this as quickly as I can. Let's see what else we got going on here. Like I said, I'm just in the search for the uniques. Only pretty much cards that I care about. Everything else I pretty much already have. It'll just be nice to have, 2s and 3s of everything. So like I said, I can pretty much fill out a deck. Trial by Frost 2, excellent set, by the way. Like a really good set. A lot of great cards. It really has opened up the floodgates a little bit for as far as like deck building goes. I mean, there was pretty much like a 1 to 2 way you can pretty much take a deck. What I mean by the 1 or 2 directions is pretty much if you wanted to build a really competitive deck for Altered, there was pretty much 1 to 2 directions. There was what we called like the core or the meta of the deck, and then you pretty much fill in everything else. With this set though, Trial by Frost, one thing that Altered did really well that I was at first not a big fan of, but now it really has dawned on me that this is a good idea. But they didn't introduce any new heroes. Now normally in a card game, when you have heroes or anything, or like a commander, any captain of your deck, basically, so to speak, within the next set or 2, you pretty much get a bunch of new heroes to pretty much try out. Now, Altered did not do that. They just kept their main heroes around, which at the time, when I first heard that, I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea, but now I think it was a brilliant idea, because now, instead of having your 1 or 2 ways of building a deck, now you pretty much have at least anywhere between 3 to 4, even in some cases more, of a direction to pretty much take your deck. So, for example, Kazimon, you could do Kazimon Ramp, Kazimon and Kazimon in Ramp, you could do Kazimon in mid-range, you could do Kazimon Blitz, like Coda and Boda. There's another couple of ways you could take that deck. If you want to ramp with it, you can do that. If you want to pretty much take your deck and do like a mid-range deck. If you want to take it and just build like the best powerful characters in the deck, you can do that. Kazimon, you can boost with Coda and Butter. Like, there are a bunch of, that's just one like faction, by the way. That's just Bravos, because that's the main faction that I play with. Those are some pretty much just some quick examples. So Altered really put together like a very good format by kind of just saying like, hey, we're not going to introduce any new heroes. We're going to keep you guys the main heroes and just give you guys some more time with those heroes. Pretty interesting too how long in between each sets will be. So let's see if they keep that pace going on. It seems like every 3 months we'll probably get like a new set, which is a good pace. But I'm sure at some point they probably want to compete with some of these bigger card games out there. And if they want to compete, they're going to have to probably up that time speed just a little bit. Well, it'd be very curious to see if they don't do that. I know a lot of people just kind of get fatigued by that point. Ebenezer Scrooge. And wow, we haven't hit a single unique yet, man. This is interesting. I figured by now we would have hit at least on one unique. We haven't hit on any. Well, let's see. We're going to keep going. Hopefully we pull one right here. Moth to Flame. Wow, no uniques yet. I didn't miss it. So, kind of hard to miss those cards. I'm guessing we're probably going to go like back-to-back on some uniques here, because we are going through this pretty quickly with no success of pulling a unique. And there's another card, just a rare Jack Frost. Has there ever been a booster box where I never pulled a unique in? That'll be interesting. Let's see. You got Betting Crowbar, going through this thing quickly. I'm a rockin'. There we go. Ordris Night Warden. I believe this is my second unique of this one too. I actually pulled one earlier. 3/3 for a 1/3/3. If I would gain a sleep, I gain Anchored instead. So I like that ability. Anchored better than asleep, so off to a good start there. When my expedition moves forward, you may have me gain Fleeting. If you do, draw a card. Like that as well, and it'd be better if it wasn't Bravos, because there's a lot of cards in Bravos that can actually remove Fleeting. So it'd be nice to actually gain it Fleeting and then have you draw a card, then quickly remove that Fleeting. So would have liked to see this in a Bravos instead, but still though, I believe there's still ways that we can probably remove Fleeting even in Lyra as well. I'm sure if I take a look at, there's probably some cards even in Lyra that will help you remove that Fleeting, and if not, still a pretty good card. So when my expedition moves forward, you may have me gain Fleeting, so you may have, and if you do, draw a card. And again, I like that first top ability right there. If I would gain a sleep, I gain Anchored instead. Plenty of cards will have you gain a sleep, so pretty nice little unique there. So finally we hit on a unique. I was getting a little worried there, getting really worried actually. I was like, man, am I not gonna pull one? So we'll see how the rest of this box pans out. Let's see if I was right. Let's see if we go right back to back with uniques, because we went through a lot of cards already, a lot of packs, so we're pretty much halfway done, more than halfway done with this box. So all right, so we pulled one unique, a pretty nice one too. This is why too I would like to see a market eventually open up too, because you have no idea what that card really is worth. And of course, a card in this game, especially any unique, is only worth as much as someone is going to be willing to pay for it. And that's just because, you know, that card may not be very valuable to someone like me, but it could be very valuable to someone who has another unique that has something gain a sleep and do this and do that. You know what I mean? Like, there could be a couple of combos uniques out there that can pair really well with that card. We'll never know until the market at some point opens up, which we really do need to have that open up sooner rather than later. So all right, let's see what else we got here. So haven't pulled another one since, so we are going through these packs very quickly. We did get a unique foiler, so that's okay. Another thing too, you get these little cards that allow you to get foils for your cards. I'm really surprised they haven't just jumped to that, honestly, just make cards with foils. I do think the unique should be automatically foiled, but that's just me. There we go, a unique Jack Frost. This should be interesting for Ordris. So we have ourselves a 3/2 for a 3/3/1. And if you play out of your hand, if each of your expedition is behind or tied, each character in target expedition gains a boost. All right. And when you play it out of your reserve, each player exhausts a card in their reserve. And then you can also play a quick action for exhausted resupply. So again, if each of your expedition is behind or tied, each character in target expedition gains a boost. So it would just be better if just all your characters gain a boost, but target's okay too. You're going to pick either your hero or your companion side. For a 3-2, how am I feeling about this card? I say a solid C+ on this one. Maybe that's what I'll start grading them. The first one was definitely a solid B. This one's a good C+, honestly. It's good. Doesn't do anything great, other than just gain a boost, and then of course each player exhausts a card in their reserve. So again, it would just be better if it was just your opponent, not you. But again, there are some benefits to exhausting cards in your reserve now, especially with this set, Trial by Frost. A lot of benefits to having that. So not a bad card, not a great card, especially for someone like me. Again, there may be someone out there who really would like a card like that. Personally, I'm good. I'm good on that one. That one's okay. So definitely nice to have it, though, of course. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, so that's 2, and we're pretty much going through these packs pretty quickly. So let's see, and then we got a, ooh, nice. We got ourselves a unique Niste for a 3-4. We got a 1-3-4, so good stats. When you play anytime out of hand or reserve, you may discard a character from your reserve. If you do, up to 1 target character gains a sleep. There we go. How about that for a pair, huh? How about that for a pair? So discard a character from your reserve to maybe have this guy gain a sleep, which then he would gain anchored. So that's a nice little combo piece that we actually got for our uniques. So there we go. The 1 target character gains a sleep, and then out of your reserve, roll a die on a 4+ resupplies, otherwise exhausted resupply. So I like that top ability for both. It doesn't matter if you play it in your hand or your reserve. So you're going to get this ability twice. So you're giving something pseudo anchor. So if you have some type of ability, Yeti is another good one too. That likes, you know, having a sleep. There's a lot of good cards that, you know, Sandman benefits from a sleep and stuff like that. So again, a sleep is basically like pseudo anchored. You just, that card's going to stay there. It's going to have the stats and abilities not count towards anything, but it's still a really good card. Like that we got a good combo piece in the same booster box. I mean, we got the Ordris, Night Warden, then we got a Nissa. So that one, just because of what I just pulled earlier, that one gets a solid B+. That was a really nice card. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. And we got a freeze, so nothing crazy. Maybe that's what I'll do at the end of this video. I'll probably just grade all of the uniques and give them a nice little letter grade. Because, I mean, we have no way. Usually I would put up some prices for you guys, but we just have no way of knowing what the prices are. And probably never will. Oh, the unique. There we go. We got ourselves a Rocket Puffin. A 3-3 for a 3-3-0. If you play out of your hand or your reserve, you may put a card from your hand into reserve. If it's a spell, I gain 2 boost. Otherwise, I gain 1 boost. So I kind of like that a lot. That's a nice little ability. And then, of course, play out of reserve. You may ready an exhausted card in reserve. So there you go. It's pretty much untapping. And then the next spell you play this turn loses Fleeting. So nice little card there for a 3-3 for a 3-3-0. Stats are okay, but the abilities are pretty good as well. Nice little card there. So there we go. Moving on. All right, let's see. So that's what now we got 4. So I think we get 1 more. But after all that, we still are gonna hit on all our uniques. So I was getting a little nervous there, pulling through all those cards and not getting anything. Now I feel pretty confident we're gonna get that last one, and that'll pretty much be it for this box. So far this box is shaping up to be okay. No Bravos uniques, man. The one thing I play more than anything is Bravos, and I cannot hit on any Bravos uniques, man. It kills me every time. Gonna have to start looking for some on either eBay or just hopefully that market will open up soon. Even Muna too. Muna's my second I play with, and I can't even get anything from Muna either. Tiny Gel. All right, we are down to our final. Looks like we are down to our final 5 packs. So moving through this box pretty quickly. A couple of good uniques so far, but nothing that I would say like an A grade. Basically, I'm really just looking for something really like fantastic, something that really makes me go, damn, that's really good, you know? Haven't really pulled anything like that. So it kind of bums me out a little bit, but you know. Alright. My 2 least played factions are Yasmir and Axiom. I am not a big fan of either one of them. They just don't really do a whole lot for me. Ordris is also up there as well. Pretty much Muna, Bravos. You know, let me know what you guys you know, what's your favorite faction down below? Comment down below. I'm very curious to see what everybody kind of plays with. It does seem like if you play against somebody, there is a pretty good balance. Like I usually play, and like I'm not always playing against someone who plays Bravos or someone who always plays against me. Like I pretty much do when I play Board Game Arena. The times that I do play, the pretty good split of a bunch of opponents. I'm always playing against something different. So, all right, let's see what we got going on. And Winter Nova. So looks like we may only get 4s. We're down to our final pack, unless there's some last pack magic. That's pretty much going to be it, guys. Let's see. Do we get some last pack magic? And nope. No last pack magic. So this booster box in total, really not that great. Not as good as the other one we pulled, so. Quick recap on everything that we pulled. We pulled a unique Yasmir Rocket Puffin. This one, letter grade, I'm going to give it a solid B as well. I think this one's pretty good. The Nisei, also too, I really do like this one. The Lyra, very, very nice card. That's because it pairs beautifully with the other card I just pulled. But this one, I'm definitely going to, I think it's the best out of the bunch. I'm going to give this one a solid B+ as well. Ordress Night Warden's another good one. I'm probably going to give it a solid B+ as well. Probably B+, I settle. Just because, again, those two cards pair up really well with one another. So this is good to have. I'll actually be able to fill out a couple of decks with those cards. So really happy, especially a sleep ability. And the one that I'm really not that thrilled about at all, really, Jack Frost, Rocket Puffin, both of them, about C+ as well. I'll give this one a C. This one really doesn't do much for me. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.